Hi, Year 9 students and Year 9 parents. This is Miss Small, the head of history. I'm just going to walk you through what GCSE history looks like at SJC. So the exam board that we study from is Edexcel, and these are the topics. So we study 4 modules at GCSE, and they are split into 3 separate papers. So the first paper is Crime and Punishment. The second paper is Superpower Relations, and this is coincided with early Elizabeth England. The third paper is the Weimar and Nazi Germany. Crime and Punishment looks at the way in which criminals have been punished. It looks at the different crimes that have been committed, and it looks at the way that communities have been policed. And this is a thematic study. We tend to look at different trends, how things have changed, and what crimes have continued, what punishments have continued, and how the nature of crime has changed over the period of time, which is all based on outside factors, such as technological advancements or changes within society. Things that were a crime are no longer a crime. But we also look at key concepts. For example, should we reintroduce the death penalty? And we look at how newspapers, magazines, films, and games all contribute to how we in society understand crime and punishment. The second topic you will be studying is early Elizabethan England. And we look at the challenges Elizabeth faced when she first became queen. We look at how she overcame these challenges and the different events that led to her putting England on the map to become the superpower of the British Empire that it rises to post Elizabethan England during the Industrial Revolution period. The third topic we look at is superpower relations. So we're looking at the difference between communism and capitalism, the impact this Cold War had on countries globally. We look at the different conferences and how the relationship between the USSR and the USA improved or when they were at the most hostile. And this actually links to some of the topics you have covered in Year 9, because we are currently looking at the Cold War, and we'll be looking at the Vietnam War and the Afghanistan War also, which is all linked to the wider picture of Cold War politics. The fourth topic you'll be looking at is Nazi Germany, Weimar and Nazi Germany. We look at the issues that Germany faced after World War I. We look at the growth of the Nazi Party. We look at how Hitler rose to power and what was life like in Nazi Germany under the police state. This is your modern depth study, so we only cover a short period of time. So it's from 1980 to 1939. We actually stop just before the start of World War II. That is not a subject that is covered in this course. So the kind of skills you are able to develop in this course is we're constantly looking at calls and causational skills. So how do specific events and historical factors link together, and how does that impact change? How does it lead to a continuity? We also look at the similarities and differences between different time periods. We also look at a range of different primary sources. Primary source, i.e. taken from the time of the event. This is where you make your own interpretations through valid inferences. And we bank that against your contextual knowledge around the topic. We use that to assess source utility also. We also look at historical interpretations. So now that you've made your own interpretations, we look at how, different historians' opinions, how they may differ, and again, we rank this against your own contextual knowledge. As historians, we don't always agree on why certain events happened or what was the main significance of these events. So exciting things to look forward to in the upcoming years if you do choose to take GCSE history. As part of the Crime and Punishment course, we do an in-depth historical environment looking at policing Whitechapels, the difficulties police face, and the Jack the Ripper murders. This will coincide with a Jack the Ripper tour in East London. There is also a trip to Berlin as in the pipeline, where we will look at the historical sites in relation to the Nazi Party and their rallies, the impact this had on Berlin, and we also look at the tragedy of the Holocaust and the 6 million lives that were unfortunately lost due to fascism. There's also a trip to the old Royal Navy College, which has really strong ties to Elizabeth. The palace in which she was born in is actually underneath the car park there. That is also where she pardoned a female pirate called Grace O'Neilly. And there's a lot of Tudor relevance to the site. So it's a nice walkthrough to what Tudor society looked like. For the examinations and assessment, so your thematic study, which is the crime and punishment study, is 1 hour and 15 minutes. This is 30% of your qualification. And you will, the first part, so section A, like I said before, is based on the historical environment, which is policing Whitechapel. You'll be provided the primary sources that you then have to evaluate yourself. Then section B, this is more essay-based, and this is where you choose between 2 compulsory essays where you write a detailed answer showing cause and causation. There is a compulsory 12-marker essay, and there is a 4-marker in which you have to display a similarity or difference between different time periods. Paper 2, this is 1 hour and 45 minutes. And this is the combination of Elizabeth and Cold War. So the first section of the booklet will be on Cold War relations. You'll be given 3 questions, and you have to be able to explain the significance of something, a related event in terms of the Cold War. And then you have the Elizabeth paper. This is where you are describing the 2 key the key features, and that will be your first 4 marker. And then there is a compulsory 12 marker, again looking at cause and causation, and a 16 marker where just in paper 1, the crime and punishment paper, you get a choice between 2 relevant topics, which again, you have to show cause and causation and your own analysis. Paper 3, now this is the Weimar and Nazi Germany paper, and this is 1 hour and 20 minutes, and it's 30% of your grade also. And in this topic, you have to look at the different historical interpretations along with source analysis and cause and causation. Section A will be based on the primary sources, ranking their utility against your own contextual knowledge, and a 12-marker cause and causation question. Section B is all based around 2 interpretations, which are provided in the exam paper. And this is where you will assess the validity of these historians' opinions, and you will have to explain which historian you agree with the most and why. So why study history? History is so significant, especially today. It helps us understand people and their societies, how things have changed over time, and the importance of history within our own lives. It gives us a moral understanding, and it is really important in gaining good citizenship also, understanding that joint history that links us all together. And in the words of Miss Small, which is me, if you do not study history, you will be a leaf that doesn't know it is a part of a tree. So I want you to think about what I mean by that quote. So there's various different jobs and pathways into career history can lead you to, law being a predominant one. If you are looking to go into being a lawyer, or a member of the judiciary system, a judge or a cleric, this is really important. Equally, if you're looking to go into politics, having that historical background also aids you in that. If you're looking to go into Ministry of Defence, so the army, or looking to go into the policing system, also having a background in history aids you in that. And if you are a passionate historian like I am, you want to inspire young people, there are various really good jobs that you can take in terms of education and in terms of teaching. The type of student that is suitable for this course. This is somebody who has a passion and love for the subject, who wants to improve their academic writing, who is capable of putting in a good work effort, not just in class, but also in their independent study time. Somebody who wants to develop their own critical thinking skills, their memory skills, and in the future sees themselves going into more academically based subjects or jobs. Thank you.